Hi, this is Tim Vasquez with the Texas Weather Update with you on this Friday morning, July 24th. We're going to take a look at the forecast here, starting with what happened yesterday on Thursday. This kind of sets the stage for what we're going to see over the weekend. And what we see here is a little bit of debris cloud up to the north over Arkansas, a little bit of debris cloud over the Texas Caprock between Amarillo and Lubbock. And we've got a little bit of a sea breeze developing here. This is about noon on Thursday, so right down there in the Houston area. We roll that satellite forward. You can see that debris across Arkansas moves on off to the east. We get more thunderstorms developing in the higher terrain of Texas. That's due to the high elevation and the mountains out in that region, with a little bit of moisture coming up from the Gulf. But across Texas proper, around I-35 out to Houston, all we've got to work with is this sea breeze right here. You see that faint line of clouds there from north of Victoria to about Houston. Yeah, that's the sea breeze rolling inland. Not really doing much because of the high pressure just covering Texas, especially aloft, and that warm air aloft is helping to suppress thunderstorm activity. It provides a bit of a inversion and subsidence across the state. Current conditions at this hour. This is the morning hours just before dawn. We've got high 70s and lower 80s, and you can see that flow from the Gulf kind of going northward. Some of it's working out towards the West Texas area. And you notice these streamlines, these are parallel to the wind flow. You can see that they kind of mass up and produce kind of a line right here. This is a wind convergence line, and that's going to be kind of stationary over the next several days. That'll help produce thunderstorm activities over the plains of eastern New Mexico, out into eastern Colorado. That's not going to affect areas west or east of Amarillo or Lubbock. So this is mostly going to stay out west over the next few days. The other thing to look for here is the moisture. We look at the moisture values. This is the dew point. See that 75 there and the 70 in the lower left. We can see values about 75 starting to come on shore. There's 78 there, very muggy there at Corpus Christi. That's pretty high. And even 79 there just north of Brownsville. So some good moisture coming on shore, but we just don't have the instability we need to really trigger that. And there are some 70s. That kind of outlines the little zone of moisture that's working northward right there. So what's coming over the next few days? Well, we don't have a front up to the north. You can see that's pretty devoid of any boundaries, and that's the reason we haven't had any thunderstorms across Oklahoma or North Texas. So we're going to go to the models. There we go right there. This is the GFS global forecast, and this kind of gives us the picture up at 34,000 feet. That's the 250 millibar chart, and this shows the high pressure or high heights across North Texas. We get that counterclockwise or that clockwise flow over Texas, indicating that we've got high pressure stacked up across the area. And the polar front jet well to the north. So that's pretty much out of the picture right now. So moving on into the weekend, we see the high pressure just kind of holds tight across Texas, kind of sits around Dallas, Fort Worth. We see it right here on Saturday night. A little bit of a easterly flow across South Texas, but really nothing in the way of any significant weather. Then going into next week, Monday, Tuesday, now we're starting to open up a little bit of easterly flow, and the high pressure areas moving on off to the east. So we're going to see a little bit of a warm up over the Mississippi River Valley. It's going to kind of cool off a little bit around Texas, and the polar front jet is easing in just a little bit, about to take the place of that high pressure area. Then when we get into Thursday and Friday, you see what's coming up to the north? Stronger winds coming in from Colorado. So that's going to increase the chance of precipitation, possibly afternoon, evening thunderstorms, firing in western Kansas and eastern Colorado. Those will drift progressively southward during the evening hours and affect probably Childress, Oklahoma City, and maybe all the way down to Dallas, possibly by Saturday. This is like next weekend. This is 7 or 8 days from now. So this is getting a little bit out there, but it does look like there is a little bit of a change in the pattern coming up. And then after that, well, we're getting really far out, but looks like high pressure kind of rebuilds. So we got that one shot of precip come in during the first couple days there of August. That'll be something to look forward to. And then as far as any tropical systems, I don't really see anything. And let me type in